Yo, what's good with y'all? Today's video we got Roblox beginner scripting tutorial part 8. We're gonna be talking about for IV and pair loops or for loops. It says multiple names, but yeah, these might be a little tricky to understand. Might be a little complicated to understand and stuff. For me, what's it called? Oh, I forgot to clear that. But anyway, for me it took a second to understand. But to be honest with you guys, to be honest with y'all, they are extremely useful. Like they are extremely useful. Even in the littlest things, they can really save you a lot of time and it can make your life a whole lot easier. So I definitely recommend you understand 4IV and pair loops and stuff. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so pretty much a 4IV and pair loop is pretty much saying it's like saying you're going through a list of things and you're looking for specific things, right? And you can specify it down to whatever it is to try to find whatever you're looking for. Now, of course, as always, we're going to enter the script. Call this our test script, right? And then we're going to... So first, let me show you guys how to write it first, right? Here's how you write it. You write it as it sounds. For I, comma, V in pairs, right? Or you can use I pairs, right? And pretty much the list you're trying to go for, right? Because you're putting in a table, right? The list you're trying to, like the list you want it to search through, you would put it here. One of the most commonly, I believe is most commonly used and stuff, I use it the most and stuff, would be to either search the workspace or the players. And the way you would do that is you reference the server, or no, it's not really a service. Well, no, players is a service. You would reference whatever it is that holds the table. For this instance, it's players, right? And you would get all the children, gather all the children. You would do get children, right? And then it'll do whatever you're like proceeding to. Now I is the number. Like if you do I, as you see, is number. V is the instance. Pretty much to put this in a perspective, I is how many, right? It's how many is in your list. V is the actual instance. In this case, the number I tells me how many players there are. V is the actual player's instance, right? For an example, like as an example, right? I'll show you guys this. We can do print I, print I, print V, right? Then if I click play, as you guys can see, it should print 1, then SpyJ 19. Oh, it didn't print that. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I know why. Oh yeah, I know. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me put it in a function. Game.players connect function. Then go down here, put an end. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now we're going to, what's it called? Now we're gonna play. Right, we just have to put it in a players added function. There we go. We have to wait for a player to jump, yeah. Okay, so as you can see, it's 1 because there's only me. I'm the only one here. And then it says, then it's an instance. It's linked to my instance in the players, right? So that's what it's printing, right? So you can print certain things from the instance, like of course the name, in this case the user ID and stuff. Certain things won't autofill, like as you can see, you won't autofill, but obviously if I click play, it will give me my user ID. Yep, right there. It'll still give me my user ID though, right? So now a way to show you guys how to use this to specify things is you would do this. You'd run it through if statements, right? Let's say you're looking for a specific player, right? So you're looking for, let's say we're looking for someone with my name, right? If v.name is equal to SpyJ19, right? Then print creator has been found, right? This is an example of specification, is what I like to call it, right? You've gathered all the children and you've compiled it into a list. Now you're gonna go through that list and you're seeing if out of all those names, do any of the names match this name? And if they do match the name, you're gonna proceed to do this, right? So if we click play for an example, it'll say creator has been found because that's my username, right? Now obviously if I changed it to anything but SpyJ19, it wouldn't do anything, right? Now the way to show you guys this, let's say this. Let me use this as an example. Here, PLR, right? Actually, hold on. Let's delete. We can delete this. You can delete before IV in pairs, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do player dot chatted. This pretty much means when a player sends a message. Chatted connect function. In parentheses, we're gonna put the MSG short for message. Enter. We're gonna do. Then we're gonna do this. We're gonna run it through a for IV in pairs loop, right? We're gonna do for IV in pairs once again. Game dot players get children. Do if message is equal, because keep in mind the message is a string, which means text. If message is equal, I mean not message, if v.name is equal to message, then print target located, right? So this is a way to specify it, right? This is an example of specify, right? Another example. You're trying to see if it matches it, right? So here's what's gonna happen. Actually, what we can do is we can do this. V kick, right? This is a built-in function. I'll talk about that in another video too. This is a built-in function that it'll kick players. It automatically, not automatically, but well, no, it will kick a player, but not automatically isn't really the right word to use. But yeah, so it'll kick the player, right? If their name matches this, right? So this is an example. This is an example to show you guys what's it called? How to use specification and how it will only affect this one player. I'm obviously not going to run a test to show you guys because this is not really worth the time of the video, but the point is, yeah, here's how you do it, right? If I obviously type in random, nothing will happen. But if I type in my name, exactly spelled, it'll say you were kicked from this experience. You've been kicked from this experience, right? Server kick, yeah, right? So as you can see, that's pretty much how you use it. If you can't already tell, I think some of you are probably catching on that this is extremely useful because it's extremely useful. Because let's say you had, I don't know, let's first of all for like administration systems and stuff, like scripts where like they're looking for like a player and stuff. That's what they use. They use for IV and pair loops and stuff, right? Now just to let you guys know, put this out there. This is very important to know. For IV, this is what is regarded as IV, like I comma V, but you can change this. You don't have to put specifically I and V. You could do what I like to do, like to keep up with order. I would do players, like I would do the plural version of the word and then the singular version of the word. Since this is referring to the number, then this is referring to the single player, right? You can change that. That's completely up to you, right? But obviously you'd have to make sure to adjust to this, right? So you don't have to necessarily always say for I comma V, right, in pairs. And like I said, you could use I pairs. I don't usually use I pairs. Not really. It's you won't really use I pairs that much and stuff. I believe it's just for more of like when you're going through tables, even though we're already going through. I think it's just a better way to go through tables. I believe. If I'm wrong, someone could let me know. But I believe it's not really that big of a difference and stuff. But yeah, for IV and pairs loops are very useful and stuff. That right there is an example. That right there is an example and stuff. Um, I believe. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Oh, let me use another example, right? So let's say this, right? For one of my other videos, right? I have a what's it called? I have a leaderboard, right? Let's say you had a leaderboard. We're just gonna go to starter GUI, insert a screen GUI, insert a frame, and insert a UI grid, and then on top of that, a text label, right? So let's say this, right? Let's say this. For my custom leaderboard, I run it through a for IV and pair loop, right? I use a for IV and pair loop that goes to it loops through players to see what's it called, to get all the players, to gather up all the players, right? So when it updates, it has to delete everything inside of the main frame, right? But the issue here is though, is that for it to do that, it would delete the UI grid layout, which if you don't know what a UI grid layout is, it pretty much is what keeps it organized. Like here, let me show you guys. Like it keeps it like in an order. Like makes it look nice. It spaces it out exactly. You don't have to worry about spacing or anything. Like yeah, it makes it look nice and stuff, right? So that's an issue. So an example of how I can really handle that, I should say, is we could do it like this, right? We can delete the message function. We can delete that line, then just come down here and then just delete one of the ends, and then we can also delete another one of the ends, and then delete the if statement. Yeah, right. We can delete the kick. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do player wait for child. I mean not wait for child. player GUI, wait for child screen GUI, because of course we have to wait for it to load. Wait for child screen GUI, right? So when the screen GUI loads, then local screen GUI is equal to player GUI screen GUI, right? So here's what we're doing, right? We're gonna now run it through a loop, right? To then detect the text labels. Instead of just using the name, we're gonna use the class name, right? Here's how I would use it and stuff, right? I would use it like this. Oh, I forgot to change this. Instead of getting the players, like I said, we're getting the children of the frame. So we're gonna do screen GUI dot frame, then get children, right? Then we're gonna come down here and we are going to do if v dot not class name, not name, class name. Class name means the class it belongs to, right? Which is this, the locked name, something you can't change. This is the text label, this is a UI grid layout, this is the frame, screen GUI, those are class names, right? So if v.className is equal, then we will put a string right here, right? So if it's equal to text label, then v destroy. It'll destroy all the text labels, but not destroy the UI grid layout, simply because it doesn't match. Now watch this. We won't see these text labels when we join, right? Oh, that's. I don't know why any of them are why they're still. Oh no, let's go. Oh, never mind. That's the frame. But yes, like I said, all the text labels are gone. That's just the frame. But yeah. But as you guys can see, the UI grid layout itself is still here and stuff. But yeah. So that's pretty much how to use 4IV and pair loops. They're extremely useful. Definitely recommend you guys understand them and stuff. Very useful. Oh, if you're wondering why the text labels came back, keep in mind we're just destroying that in the actual game, but not in Studio itself, right? But yeah, if the video was helpful, leave a like and subscribe. Join the Discord and Roblox group. Links can be found in the description. Thank you guys for all the support. Help me get to 300 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you guys.